welcome back to my channel. I am going through these LeetCode solutions to the problem list. So this is problem number 27, remove element. Again, I did these while I was out of town because I wanted to keep making sure that I did a code a day on LeetCode, did a solution. So we're just going over this answer here, but I want to show you my submission because it was mid, you guys. It was mid, it was 55 and then 41, again below 50, but I really I'm trying to aim for 50-50 at least on each side. So let's jump into my solution. This is the part that comes preloaded as the default when you load the page. So this is the part of the code that I wrote. So let's jump into the question first. So given an integer array nums and an integer val, remove all occurrences of val in nums in place. The order of the elements may be changed, then return the number of elements in nums which are not equal to val. Consider the number of elements in nums which are not equal to val bk. To get accepted, you need to do the following things. Change the array nums such that the first k elements of nums contain the elements which are not equal to val. The remaining elements of nums are not as important as the size of nums. Return k. And then they talk about the custom judge. It will test you on the following code, and if all assertions pass, then your code will be accepted. They then break it down to the two examples or test cases, and then down here are the constraints. So I, again, kind of like the last one, tried to make this as straightforward as possible. It could have been better, but this solution logically to me makes perfect sense. So let's start with this left equals 0. So we're basically initializing the variable left to 0, which is going to be used to keep track of the index where the next non-val element should be placed. Then we start this for if loop. So this just starts the loop over the indices of the elements in the list nums right here. Then we have if nums right exclamation equals value. This just checks whether the elements in the right or at index right in the list nums is not equal to value. And if the current element is not the value that needs to be removed, then the condition is satisfied. So that brings us down here where if the condition of the previous line is true, this line assigns the value of the element at index right, okay, to the position indicated by index left. So this will effectively overwrite the elements that need to be removed from the current non-val element. And if a non-val element is copied to the left position in the list, this new line increment the value of, it'll add the value increment up by 1. So this step just essentially indicates that there's a new valid element that has been placed and the left index should be moved to the next position in the list. And then we return left, which just iterates again over the entire list after the loop finishes, and this line returns the value of left. So the return value represents the length of the modified list after removing all the current occurrences of value val. So I hope that makes sense. And like I said, my submission was pretty mid on this. I will be revisiting this, but overall I was actually pretty satisfied. I did this one pretty quickly. I think I did it in like 22 minutes or something ridiculous. Like including reading the question twice or 3 times even. So that felt pretty good. Didn't see the editorial, and I also didn't see other solutions, so I will take a look eventually. But I am going to leave my GitHub repo with this solution and all the rest of my solutions in the video description down below. Feel free to fork and clone, make it better, make it worse, have some fun, learn something new. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.